So this is Maslow hierarchy of needs. See, Maslow is a theorist and it is a very age-old theory. What Maslow says is the needs of any human being goes by hierarchy. We can say the basic need is the physiological need, man, material, machinery, and the next need is safety. Only when the physiological need is met, any human being looks into the safety need, and next the social need, and after all these three needs are met, the person goes to the esteem need and then self actualization. I'll explain one by one. First, let me give a high level understanding of what is this, and let us look into an example to have a better understanding. So when I say physiological theory, as I said, the basic need of a human being, what is that? Food, air, and shelter, right? First, he goes for this need. Only if this need is met, he goes to the safety need, social security, financial security, environmental safety. All these things is safety need. Only when these two needs are met, he goes to the social need, having friends, going out, having a gala time, partying. All these things is social need. And only when these three needs are met, esteem need. Esteem need is meeting his self-ego, like appreciations, recognitions, promotions, right? These are esteem need. And only if this need is met, he goes to the self-actualization, self-satisfaction, job satisfaction, giving back to the society. All these things are self-actualization. So let us look into the example. Physiological need. See, let us take the pandemic itself. I'm not very sure how it was outside India, but I'll explain it. Maybe you guys can tell me how it worked there. See, when this COVID, I think 2020, right? When COVID hit us all very bad, then what happened? Almost entire world actually went into shutdown, right? Lockdown. So they said, like, you cannot step out, and there were strict protocols to come out and all those things. See, in spite of that, at least in India, there were street vendors who were coming out. They were not following these norms and all to do their business, their sales. These people, the vendors, the street vendors were coming out, or maybe financially very backward people were on the streets doing their business, trying to do their earnings. See, this is because for them, they have to feed themselves and their family. They are not concerned about anything else but to feed themselves, the physiological need. Got it? But on the other hand, for us, maybe financially we were okay, where at that time stepping out may not be so important. For us, safety is important, or maybe the food, air, shelter, whatever it is secured for us. So we were concerned about the physiological need. For us, the next need of safety is very important. So we all shut down ourselves because our physiological need is met. For them, the physiological need is not met. That was more important than the safety need. Did you see the difference? How it takes priority? I hope I was clear to explain this theory. Yeah, physiological need comes first. See, even us, if let's say we are closing ourselves inside your house, but we are running out of ration, right? We are running out of food. What we may do, we may take risk to go out to buy the food for our family and for ourselves, right? So that is because physiological need takes the front seat. So physiological need is food, air, and shelter. And after that, you go for the safety need. Only when this is met, we are concerned about the safety. And that is why we were locking ourselves inside the houses, right? So now, if you see, now we are all roaming around, right? Because we are social animals. We need to interact with friends, family, and go out, right? So we have our social need, but our physiological need is met. And maybe we know, we have the confidence that the COVID is not impacting us. So the safety need is also met. And hence we are in need of the social need. So now we are going out, having gala time, friends, tour, everything is happening, right? So now moving to the esteem need, only when these three needs are met, we move to the esteem need. Let me take an example from my experience. Long back when I was in the typical corporate world, what happened? I was handling a team of all um, young people. Okay. So there were people like my team comprised my team and few more teams, connecting teams were all full of young people where they were recruited from this college campus interviews. So either freshers or hardly one or two experienced people. We had a mandate managers. We need to send them for trainings. Okay. So that is a mandate. Now, what happened? I'll tell this scenario and then come back to this Maslow hierarchy of needs to explain the esteem need. So there was, I still remember this person. So he would be assigned for training. Okay. Now the protocol there was, if these people go for training, they go late, they will be sent off. They cannot attend the training. So this guy, this particular person, whenever he's been assigned for training, he will actually come back to the floor. So I'll ask him, what happened? Are you not going for the training? He'll say, no, I went late. Every time he will go late. Most of the time he will go late. And because of that, he will come back. So initially, I couldn't understand why this is happening to him. Then I understood he wants to be with his friends in the floor. So if he goes for the training, he will miss his friends. So he does this strategy to ensure that he comes back to the floor and to be with his friends. Now, if you compare his need is more of social need. He wants to be his friends. He's not concerned about equipping himself, developing himself, proving himself. That is, he is not concerned because he was in the social need, right? For him, instead of giving opportunities for training, it is better to conduct some team building activities, some events where he will be much happier and motivated. So only when the social need is met, the person moves to the esteem need. And again, the magnitude of the need may differ from person to person. Maybe for somebody, it may be high. Somebody may be less, right? But whatever be the magnitude for them, that has to be met. Once the social need is met, maybe after a few years, if I meet him, I know that he is no more concerned about the social need. He is more into the esteem need, where he may go for trainings or look opportunities for proving himself, for appreciations, recognitions, promotions, right? So after a long period, once the esteem need is met, and after that only the person will move to the self-actualization. Self-actualization is what I would say we are all in the esteem need. Self-actualization is giving back to the society, giving back to the organization, more of self-satisfaction, right? Only when all the lower level needs are met, the person goes into the self-actualization. So now, what if the person is in the esteem need, but any lower level need is a threat? Then the person drops to that level. See, let's take a person is working, is in the esteem need. He's working for promotions, recognitions, appreciations, and all those things. Now, suddenly, due to COVID, there is job cuts. Do you think he's going to work for promotion and appreciation, or he will work for retaining his job? He will naturally work for retaining his job, and because he drops from esteem need to safety need. So this tells that every person's need is different. And if you're going to develop your rewards and recognitions based on their needs, understanding their needs, and then you develop the reward, it is going to be really motivating and it will meet its objective. So those who are in the physiological need, maybe a salary, a small incentive, or something like that is going to motivate them. Safety, you give them a safe environment, job security, that is going to motivate them. Social need, maybe have fun activities. All these activities will help them to meet the social need. Esteem, appreciations, recognitions, assigning for training, giving additional responsibilities, that will meet the esteem need. Self-actualization is little tough, where only when the person meets all these things, he goes to the self-actualization. I hope I was clear to explain what is Maslow hierarchy of needs.